Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another anti-haul for you. In fact, this is my 10th anti-haul that I'm filming for my channel, which is completely insane. I do these once a month, so the fact that I've done this for 10 months in a row now is like, I don't even know. Time passes so quickly. I can't believe we're already like in the 5th month of 2018. It's nuts. Anyway, for those of you who might be newer to the beauty community or newer to this trend, anti-hauls are basically all about beauty products that you don't want to buy. So hauls have been around forever, since like the birth of the YouTube beauty community, where you share products you went out and recently purchased. And the anti-haul is like, you know, the opposite of that. Talking about what you don't want to buy, what you don't want to be spending your money on. And some of them can be very, very negative, very critical. Some people take to bashing brands. That's personally not what I'm all about. I really like doing these videos because as much as I am a beauty blogger, I am also a normal person. I have a budget, I have one face, and I cannot buy and test every single new makeup launch that exists. It's just not possible. Don't have the money, don't have the time. So I always think it's helpful to just kind of share my thought process on how I decide what I want to purchase and what I'm going to pass on, just to encourage you all to do the same, to kind of alleviate that pressure of needing to buy, and try everything new, to kind of give a little bit of resistance to that whole feeling of getting sucked into the hype of, oh, it's so pretty, oh, everybody's trying it, I need to get it, and just encourage you to think more critically. Obviously, I have not tried any of these products, so I do not know if they are good or bad. I have watched some reviews, I have heard some things. Sometimes that does influence my decision one way or the other about what I want to buy. And hey, maybe you'll see something in this anti-haul and it will actually be calling to you and you'll be really super interested in it and more likely to go and buy it, which is totally fine. The point of this is not to make you not buy these products. It's just to encourage you to think a little bit more about all these new beauty releases and what you want to be spending your money on. Before we get into the products that I'm going to be talking about today, I do want to say hello and welcome to any of you who are new here to my channel. My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and chatting beauty with me today. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I hope you will stick around, subscribe, and come back for more in the future. And without any further ado, let's chat about some makeup I'm not gonna buy. So the first thing that I'm not gonna be picking up this month is the new Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie eyeshadow palette. So I will say this much right up front. I think this palette looks absolutely gorgeous. I really actually do love the color selection. It's very neutral, kind of leaning a little bit more rosy toned. It's got 14 different shades. There are some really stunning, like pressed glitter, metallic kind of shades in there. All the swatches I've seen look fantastic. Basically, I've seen nothing really negative about this palette. So the reason that I'm not purchasing it has nothing to do with it being a bad palette or being something that I don't think is worth the $45 from that perspective. For me, it's just neutral palette overload. Basically, every month it's kind of the same thing. I feel like I always talk about eyeshadow palettes and I always talk about how I have too many of them, and inevitably I'll always end up with like 1 or 2 new eyeshadow palettes at the end of the month, one way or the other. But knowing that there's only so many I can use, I really try to be a little ruthless with myself and not let myself just go out and buy everything that I like, because I know realistically I probably have something similar to it already in my collection. Like, I purchased the ABH Soft Glam palette and a lot of people gave that a lot of slack for being very boring neutral palette. I picked up the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette this year, the new Milani eyeshadow palettes, the Persona Identity palette. I got a lot of neutrals in my life right now. And I will say that this is slightly different because it is a little more pinky, a little bit more rosy, but it's still nude and neutral. So at the end of the day, if I ask myself, is this adding something unique to my collection? Probably not. So the next thing that I know I'm going to be passing over this month are the new Fenty Beauty launches, the Body Lava Body Luminizer and the Fairy Bomb Glittering Pom Pom. So really, this is the thing about these products. They are beautiful. The packaging is like perfection. I mean, Rihanna has been killing it with her new makeup line. It's very luxe, very chic. It's stunning. And the Body Lava, I mean, it's a giant bottle. It looks gorgeous, but It is $59. $59! I wouldn't even spend that much money on a foundation, so to me, to spend that much money on a body luminizer product just seems completely insane to me. That's not to say if you decide to go and get this and you feel like you're gonna get a lot of use out of it, if you're someone that lives in a warmer climate where more of the year you can get away with wearing short sleeves, wearing dresses, exposing your arms and your legs, maybe it will be worth it to you. But for me, living here in Connecticut, I basically get from May to September that I mostly can wear a product like this, and even then, and not every day am I going out somewhere where I want to put like a beautiful glittery sheen all over my body. So I just know, practically speaking, there's no way that it's worth me spending $60 on this type of product. I also feel like the reviews have been quite mixed for both the Fairy Palm and the Body Lava. People say like they're nice, but they're kind of oily in texture. It's something that could possibly rub off or transfer off, and I don't know, maybe if it was something like absolutely revolutionary, incredible, like the most insanely beautiful product you could put on your body, maybe then I would consider it. Possibly. Still really expensive though. But if it's got, you know, 3.5 stars on the Sephora website, it costs that much money, and I know it's not a product I'm going to be able to use every day, I just think it makes a lot of sense for me to pass over. The next product that I want to talk about is a limited edition, and I believe it's exclusive to Ulta, but I'm not 100% sure. And they are the Smashbox limited edition photo finish primer waters. So the primer water is a permanent part of the Smashbox makeup line, but they released 3 new scented versions of the primer water. I believe it's a collab with Nicole Concilio, if I'm remembering correctly, that they came up with this idea to release the scented primer waters. And the packaging is really cute. It's kind of like themed to the scent. It's got palm trees. It's very summery, and it's a fun launch for this time of year. But it's $32 for a bottle. You get 3.9 ounces of product, which is actually pretty decent for a spray, but it's still a lot of money, especially for a priming water. It's fancy water for your face to prep and prime for makeup. Now, I do have like a little bottle of the original primer water, and I like it. Sometimes I'll use it to like re-dip in my Beauties sponge if I kind of need to like re-smooth out an area of my face, or if I don't have dry skin, so I don't really have the issue of like needing to rehydrate before I sit down to do my makeup. Usually my skin has the opposite problem of being too shiny, so I don't necessarily need this extra hydration. To me, this is sort of a frou-frou product. It doesn't really do anything special for my skin type. If I'm going to prime my skin and spend extra money on a primer, I usually want something that's smoothing and pore filling, because I do have a pretty large pores around my nose. I need to control shine, control oil. That's the kind of primer I gravitate towards. I suppose if you have dry skin, that this could be a fun thing to try. So I guess my thing with this particular product is I normally wouldn't go and pick up the primer water full size and spend that kind of money on it, knowing that it's not the kind of product that I need in my makeup collection. So I'm not gonna let the fact that these are scented and fun kind of sway me and make me think that I need it all of a sudden, which I feel like is the temptation with these kind of limited edition products. It's like, ooh, it smells delicious. Don't you want to buy it? And it's like, ooh, that sounds like it'll be nice. But then I'm like, wait, no, I wouldn't have bought the original. I have passed over it. It's been out for a very long time now, and I could have bought it for half price during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I chose not to. So that to me is a sign like I should probably pass over this, save that $32, spend it on something else in my life that I think I will enjoy or use more. So around this time last year, I think Marc Jacobs released a similar collection to this one. It's back again with even more stuff this time around. I'm talking about the Coconut collection that's limited edition for the summer of this year. And I look at these products and I think to myself, they are stunning. They are so pretty. The white packaging is so chic. Some of these products are infused with the coconut scent, which, you know, like speaks to my soul. I love all things coconut, but they are very, very expensive. And I don't normally purchase much from Marc Jacobs Beauty on a regular basis. because of that. It's like a very bougie line. I mean, maybe not as much as some other like Dior, Chanel, like super luxury brands, but for a Sephora brand, it's pretty up there. I mean, their Omega Bronzer Coconut Perfect Tan is $49. They have a 7-pan eyeshadow palette for $49. They have these coconut gel highlighters for $44. So as you can see, anything upwards of $40 for an individual item that's not a giant massive palette to me is a lot of money to spend. And the coconut's enticing, the packaging is beautiful, it all looks really, really fun and pretty, but I know I don't need any of these things, and as tempting as it would be to splurge and purchase one of them, odds are I don't need to. And I know when something is limited edition, especially for the summer, and you know it's going to be gone, it's very exciting and you kind of like want to run out and buy it, but I have to stop myself and say, do you really need that? Is that really very different, or is it just the pretty packaging and the scent that's suckering you in? And if I'm being 100% honest with myself, I'm pretty sure it's the packaging and the scent that would be suckering me in. Like, I know that the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palettes and the bronzer and the highlighter are things that are available year-round. So if I haven't felt enticed to go out and purchase those the whole rest of the year, why am I doing it now? Like, I know the packaging is pretty, but do I really need to spend $40 just for the compact? Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna, again, exercise some self-control and pass over this collection. Now, while we're on the topic of coconuts, I have something else that I'm kind of on the fence about, but I'm leaning towards not purchasing. But it's not at all for the same reasons as the Marc Jacobs, in the sense of price is not at all a factor. So I'm talking about the new Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer palettes, or Butter Collection palettes, that are going to be available at Walmart. So these are a ridiculous steal. You can pick up this palette for like $11 and change from Walmart. It's going to be also available on the Physicians Formula website for around $14, $15, and you get a slightly smaller version of the butter bronzer, you get a butter blush, 2 butter highlighters, and this butter perfume in this cute little palette. And so, you know, you look at it and it's like, my first reaction is, oh my god, that's such a good deal. I love the butter bronzer, love the butter highlighters. I need to go out and buy that. Why would I not want to go out and buy that? It's like I could buy a salad one day for lunch, or I could have this palette that will last me for who knows how long, the next 6 months or the next year, which would be amazing. I already own the butter bronzer. I already own a couple of shades of the butter highlighters, and I do love them, but I wonder, do I really need more? Do I really need another bronzer? Do I really need more blush? Do I really need more of these products? And on top of that, the palette itself is something I'm going to have to find a place to store, and is probably going to be very bulky and take up space in my drawers somewhere, which is definitely a deterrent for me. Yes, it is a great deal, and I think that if you haven't tried any of the Butter Collection products, this is an excellent way to do so without spending a ton of money. I think it's an amazing value, and I would recommend it for those who are interested in the products. I just know for myself, it's that question of, do I really need to take up space with this? Will I still be reaching for it? Will I make the time for it? Like, I have so many other products I'm testing, that I'm reviewing, that I'm using, that I'm loving. I feel like I would buy this, I would use it for a couple of days, I'd be really excited about it, and then it would get thrown in a drawer somewhere, and it would take up all that space, and eventually I would end up decluttering it anyway. So I'm kind of like, still $10, $11 I don't need to spend, or I could spend on something else. Maybe getting a salad would be more worth it, to be honest. I think the thing that I'm most curious about, honestly, is the butter perfume that's in the little palette, because obviously you can take that out and keep it with you on the go if you want to, and it apparently doesn't smell exactly like the bronzer. It actually smells more like a perfume. It's supposed to be really, really nice, so I am intrigued, which is why I'm on the fence about it. So I don't know what to think. Part of me is like, I could just buy it, I could review it and then give it away to someone and not necessarily feel attached to it, and maybe with that mindset it would be fine. But like, realistically speaking, in terms of needing to add it to my collection, I know I don't really need it. So the final product that I'm going to be skipping out on this month that I wanted to talk about with you guys are the new shades of the ColourPop Lux Lipsticks. So this is the thing for me with ColourPop. I absolutely love the brand. I think they make incredible products. I think that their eyeshadow formula is on point. They make some amazing lip products, and I am a huge, massively huge fan of the Lux Lipstick formula. I own 3 shades, I love them, I wear them all the time. I think that they are fantastic. That being said, I have lip products like coming up my ears. I have so many lip options, it overwhelms me on a regular basis, and I'm constantly being sent new ones, getting new things to try. And I know, even though I love the Lux Lipstick formula, if I go out and buy more of these new shades, they're probably not going to get that much use because I literally have more lip products than there are days in a month, or 2, or like 6, honestly. So this is not at all about me not liking the Lux lipsticks because I think they're incredible. It's more of, I know ColourPop, they are constantly releasing new shades of their most popular products. It's almost overwhelming how often ColourPop releases new makeup and new shades of like their Super Shock shadows, their pressed shadows, their lipsticks, their ultra matte lippies, their lippy sticks, all that kind of stuff. They are constantly releasing new, fun, trendy, seasonal shades, which is awesome, but I can't buy something from every collection or I'll probably go broke. Even though they're very affordable, and I think that is part of the issue. When something's not that expensive, it's like, oh, I can just pick up a new lipstick, oh, I can just grab a new eyeshadow, but over time, it does add up, and if you're not using it, why are you spending your money on it? So I know that the new like spring and summer shades look really, really cool, but I feel like I got 3 colors out of the original lineup that I love, that I use all the time, and I know that I'm not really lacking for any particular shades in my lip collection right now. It's not to say that I will never buy another Lux lipstick in my life. I think that that is highly unlikely. I'm sure that I will. I just feel like I just picked up the first 3. I could probably wait a while before I restock and try something else. So that is it for this month's anti-haul number 10. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today and found this video helpful or informative in some way. Maybe you're inspired to go check out some of these products and buy them. Who knows? If you do, that's awesome. If not, that is also fine. Let me know in the comments though down below what products you are also interested in passing over this month. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you're enjoying this series, give this video a thumbs up. It's always so helpful to have your support and your feedback. Again, if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you want to see more of my videos in the future, click that button before you go. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I do have a bonus video coming for you tomorrow morning, so make sure you come back for that. Just as a little spoiler, it may or may not involve nail polish. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.